ABC News investigative reporter Catherine Faulders joins me live now for more. So, Catherine, committee chair Benny Thompson said the committee is considering 5 or 6 categories of referrals here. So what can we expect?
He's meeting 5 or 6 different categories of the criminal code, for example. We've reported that the former president, that they're considering referring potential charges to the Justice Department for insurrection, for obstructing an official proceeding, of course, referring to the day of January 6th. So we could see some of that later today. At least that's what we're expecting. Now, when he talks about the 5 or 6 categories, that also includes 5 members of Congress, including the current Republican leader, Kevin McCarthy, who the committee subpoenaed for their communications, for records, and they just ignored these subpoenas. We're expecting that those members will be referred to the Congressional Ethics Committee up on Capitol Hill, separate, of course, from the DOJ referrals. But what happens after that is pretty unclear because Congress is changing over here, and this committee is expiring on December 31st.
Right. So now the committee's investigation, we know, has been underway for the better part of 2 years, but now Republicans are set to take control of the House, as you say. What have they accomplished in that time? What's falling through the cracks?
Well, you've seen from these hearings that they've done 9 hearings so far, 10 hearings, that they really have focused in on a theme for each one, whether that is Trump's efforts to try and sway the former vice president, the Justice Department, state and local officials here. They've conducted thousands of depositions. There's thousands and thousands of transcripts speaking to some of these witnesses more than one time. But the reality is they could have investigated this for much longer. Their time is expiring on the 31st. They wanted to get more into the financing, for example, of this. That might be one of the areas that's fallen through the cracks here. But they've conducted a very extensive and thorough investigation. We will see all of that evidence. They're most likely will be releasing that later this week. And look, even though the committee is expiring at the last day of December here, the investigation at the Department of Justice lives on. DOJ will get the transcripts and the evidence from this committee. Sure, I think they'll use some of that in their investigation. But it's not as though the investigation into January 6th is just totally across the board coming to a close.
And as you say, the Justice Department has been running its own parallel investigation here and former President Trump's alleged efforts to overturn the election. How could these potential referrals affect that probe? And how critical is the evidence that the committee has collected?
Well, look, it's not totally clear here. There's been some talk behind the scenes that would a referral from Congress make DOJ's already ongoing investigation look political in any way. DOJ is not required to act on these referrals. It's just simply a referral. They are largely symbolic in those ways, though at the same time, DOJ has requested all of the transcripts that the committee has done. They've been asking the committee for these transcripts for months. The committee has refused to hand those over to DOJ. They said, you'll just see them when they become public, so later this week. So the reality is that DOJ is interested in their work product, and they could affect or at least support the investigations already going on.
All right, Catherine Faulders, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.